All right, guys, I guess I'm doing the podcast without Sarah. We have a new guest. This is Milton, the cat. So, not sure what we're going to talk about today. What do you think, Milton? I agree. Now, that's a very insightful opinion. What led you to saying something like that? Now, guys, I think this is already a better host than Sarah. You,
you bitch.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2. My name is Lane and I'm here with my lovely co-host
Sarah.
And today we are going to be talking about work stories.
Work stories.
Work stories.
Everybody got them. Everybody has them. Everybody works. Well,
well,
the very lucky, wealthy people don't work. Whatever. I'm jealous. Give me your money. Anyway, give me your money.
So our Cash App is... I'm just kidding.
Yes.
And today we want to kind of talk about work experiences and just the crazy stories that one acquires through years of
hell.
Yeah, hell. Hell's a good word for it.
Especially the food industry. Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Now, for context, my parents owned restaurants up until I was about 19. So I've had, unfortunately, a lot of experience in that regard. Because like I started out just as like a server, but then over time I was basically like the general manager. So any problems there were, all just came straight back to me, which I think now working at other places now has been nice. Mm-hmm. That I'm like, hey, not my problem.
Yeah, literally.
Go talk to them. We can try. We're letting the cat out, guys.
Yeah, we're letting the cat out of the bag. Come on. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, shit. Kitty. God damn it. Ow.
Damn, bitch, he stings.
Never mind. Just going to stay open. Oh my God.
That was horrible.
Phil.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Y'all, here, point that shit at me. Y'all, we already have a candle going. This is... No. Now it just smells like chemical.
What were we talking about?
Working.
You don't want to be in there either. It smells like shit.
Okay. God.
I don't know why you opened the fucking door again.
So you go in there.
You don't want to go in there. It smells like shit.
It's his fault. Oh.
God damn,
I need like a gas mask. So back to work. Now that I'm not in like a managerial position, it's nice to be like, hey, that's not my problem. But I will say I don't like not having the ability to fix problems.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or the authority to fix problems. Not being in a managerial position is nice because, like I said, don't have to solve any of the problems. But I don't like not having the authority to solve the problems, or like, you know, like all the manager swipes and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's when you usually like say something to compliment what I said.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm thinking. Yeah, definitely. If it were me, it would be. It would be frustrating to me if I had all the authority where I used to work and then switch to another job and not have any authority. Yep. Yes, it would be frustrating, but I see where you're coming from when you're saying that all of the... It's either this or the room smells like shit. It would be nice to, not have as much responsibility in the workplace.
But then it's like places impose like jobs on you that is obviously not under what you're supposed to be doing. And I think that's where I got very frustrated at my last job with. But now my new job's pretty great. I'm loving it.
And we don't get paid enough for what we do. We don't work at the same workplace, but I'm saying food in general, food service. Mm-hmm. People don't get paid.
Now, agreed. But like serving though, you can make so much money.
And you can be a bitch to the customers.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the fun part of it, is just like you have to be deniably rude back to them. Now, if someone's nice, you be nice, right? And you can like basically flirt them up.
Flirt up the tip amount.
Yeah. But with with rude customers, you have to be rude back in a way
that you can deny.
Yeah, so
You're
if
like,
they if they call you out for it, you're
Like,
you're
oh
like,
my God, no, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. You have to play dumb, and that's fun, and you get
it's
money for
funny
it
because you can talk shit with your coworkers about it later.
And also,
Not at my current jobs.
No, yeah, I'm working somewhere that has servers now. We used to be coworkers. That's how I got.
So that's how we met.
That's how I got stuck with her. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, like serving. I don't know if I want to be a server though, because right now I'm a to-go server, so I just take.
But I feel like servers would make less money than what you're making now because they get paid like something.
So right now I'm making like 10 an hour plus tips, which is pretty nice. But as a to-go server, you want to go back in?
Oh please,
Go. Oh yeah, about like tipping or not even tipping, just about servers. Like you can just be like rude but deny it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's like a game. It's basically how Southerners function.
Pretty much.
On the regular basis. So.
Yep. Exactly.
It's like a skill crafted from birth.
So I've had many jobs.
Okay.
Yep. I started working in 22. Started working in 22, and I've had like 6 jobs.
I started when I was like 8. Wow. At the restaurant.
Yeah, I think I was about 16 when I got my first job. I was still in high school, and my mom always said, if you're going to use a car, put gas in it. I'm like, I ain't got no money. She's like, get a job. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I got a job, and I've been in the food industry ever since.
Now that's where my brother's at right now. He just turned 16, and I'm kind of like, hey, you should get a job. You should get a job. Just that way, like, one, at that age you shouldn't be asking for your
parents' money.
Yeah.
And I mean,
especially now in some cases, like, sure, like my mom still helps with groceries, whatever.
Yeah.
But like you should be able to pay for your own gas, especially if you want to go out and get
like
food.
Especially things that you want.
Yes.
That's up to you.
And also that way you don't really have to ask anymore. Because I remember like being younger, be like, hey, can I get this game? But like, when I started making my own money, I was like,
yeah, it's your money. You don't have to.
Now,
ask.
if it was like maybe something like the topic was more mature, I would still be like, hey, am I allowed to get this? But at a certain point, you're like, my money.
Yeah, I guess I can't relate because my mom we were not financially stable, so I knew to never ask my mom for money because she'd always not have any. But when I grew up, I learned more and understood more. I did sometimes ask her. I'm like, hey, can I get $10? You know, like there's the Kona Ice truck at the school or something. But she'd usually say no because we didn't have any money. But now when I started, getting my job, like when I first got a job, that really wasn't a problem anymore, like he's saying.
Now I know a lot of people make the argument of like, oh, pay your workers more.
Pay them a decent living.
Yeah. Which I agree. But I agree to an extent with like now somewhere where like you're just a cashier not making tips, or if it's shared tips, like where we were, then yes, I would say they need to be paid a livable wage. Well, but I also feel like tipping has gotten way too excessive.
Tipping culture definitely has gotten out of hand. Tip 20% and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm all right. I'm good.
I mean, I know you. I mean, if you're coughing, if you're coughing, you're not choking. So I know you're right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I like how you didn't give me a minute to like pause. You kept talking. So now I gotta leave that in.
When people watch this, they're gonna be like,
yeah,
she don't care about her co-host. She don't care.
She don't.
Yes,
She'd throw me off a bridge if she could.
Well, for how much?
$12.50. 13.
13. Yeah.
13. Good number.
Yeah.
But no, tipping culture really has gotten out of hand. But also, like, I do like tipping culture, how it like used to be. Like, you're gonna sit down in a restaurant or you have a server.
Understandably, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if someone is preparing my food at a place like where you used to work, I understand being like, no, because you're not.
Yeah.
But if I'm being sat and you're bringing me my food and drinks, I'm tipping you.
Now, like at places like Chipotle, I don't know. I think Chipotle does this. No, I'm not tipping. No, I'm already paying a lot for food that's not even half the bowl.
I tipped at the place I went to get our food earlier.
Now,
I used to work
cafes are a little bit of a different story. Somewhere like Starbucks, probably not. But if you're going to like an actual cafe, sure, tip a couple dollars or whatever, because you're more there for the environment.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more.
And you're going to be there for a long time.
Exactly. It's a little bit more than just hey, I'm grabbing food and I'm leaving.
Exactly.
Like if you're going to a place that is more like intentionally crafted for your experience, then
I think
yes.
Starbucks is like that though. You see a lot of students there that hang out there.
I feel like it's gone away from that.
It definitely has. I think they're trying to get back more into the mindset of that.
I agree.
Not just because they want tips. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want a little extra money on their paycheck?
Yeah.
But what they strive to do is they want people to stay. They want people to stay for longer, so they want more drinks and things.
But like
that.
Starbucks is just such a chaotic environment. Even just going in there, like, the workers are running around. Like I'd actually rather go to like a real cafe and work.
Valid.
Especially if I'm trying to do work. Like, I don't know. Like I feel like Starbucks just feels so corporate. Even going inside, like it's very pretty inside. It's very like fancy, like elegant, nice little cafe, but it still feels like a very, like I wouldn't go to a McDonald's or a Wendy's.
Yeah, to study it.
To study, even if I could get coffee.
I guess every job that I've worked has been shitty in its own way. Every time I get interviewed for a job, I'm always straight up with them, and I always tell them like, hey, my past jobs have been shitty and this is why.
Yeah.
And they always say, they're like, thank you for your honesty and your transparency. This is why we're not like that. And they've lied every time.
Oh.
Lied every time.
Well, that's one thing I'll say about my new job. They were like, why didn't you like your old place? And I was like, XYZ. Just some more corporate issues that like I would say our team figured out how to work with us.
I mean, they definitely could be fit. I mean, there's definitely a couple people. I still work at the place that he stopped working at, so I'm not gonna defame or deface.
No. And no, like I thoroughly did enjoy my time there.
Every job could have something better with it,
And like I did love it there. It was more just like corporate issues that were not allowing our team to function how it should. Like we were not even functioning bare minimum. And corporate was already telling us, hey, you're doing too much.
And the labor too.
Yeah. They were like, hey, you're not allowed to have more people working or spend more time to do this stuff. But we were not even getting by.
Yeah.
Like we were less than a skeleton crew.
And especially after all the people who people who go to college came back.
With my new job, they're very like, so far have been what everyone says that their company will be. They're like, oh, we appreciate you, whatever. Like it was the company's 21st birthday the other day, and like they had candy, they had cookie cake, they gave us little party hats. And one thing I learned recently is that like if you have to call out, you just call out 2 hours and you don't worry about it. I don't have to find a cover, don't have to give them a reason. As long as it's 2 hours, just be like, hey, I can't. And they're like,
yeah,
all right.
I was actually talking to my trainer and like the general store manager at my new job. But I have two, and they were like, no. Like, if you're sick, don't come in.
Yeah.
If you're sick, do not come in.
And that's one thing, like, there's one time I was sick, and they're like, okay, no worries, hope you feel better. And also, they were like, that's what I'm saying. My place now is like, well, you don't have to find a cover. And if you can't find a cover, then it's not on you. I'm like, wow. Like, at our old place, my old place, if I was scheduled 3 days in a row and I was sick,
and I'd
have to call back every single day to tell them I'm sick again.
Yes.
And then I'd have to I'm not good with confrontation. So I would just look at my phone for like 30 minutes scared to call.
No, that's exactly how it was at my old job that I'm not employed at anymore. I was scared.
Yeah. No,
I was scared.
Like I'm just not good with confrontation anyway.
Cause the day that my cat died, I didn't give a damn. I said I'm not coming in.
Yeah, but with my new place, they're like, we're gonna tell you not to come back if you're sick.
Yeah.
Right, which is because like I try to call out before I put in my 2 weeks. Actually, it was after I put in my 2 weeks, and I was like, hey, I'm sick with a fever. You can't be like, hey, I have the flu, I'm gonna be out for the next 3 days.
No, you have to call.
They want you to call every single day, and each time it's going to be a different answer. Like the first day, they're like, okay, fine.
And a different personal answer, too.
Yes.
Usually.
And they were like, the second day I called back, they were like, well, we covered for you yesterday. I'm like, well, you didn't think I'd still be sick? Mm-hmm. Like, I have a fever. And they're like, well, we really need...
This guy's there right now.
Yeah, I was like, well, they were like, well, we really need you. I'm like coughing and sneezing. Like I went through 4 tissue boxes and I have a fever and you want me to come make food? Legally, I don't think I can. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
it is illegal.
And then when I talked to a different manager, they're like, if you have a fever, do not come here. Should I start with the one I have? Because I feel like it's good. I have some others, but they're kind of like...
Mid. Yeah.
Yeah. This story takes place at my parents' restaurant when I was, I think, 17. So it was a mom and pop shop. So there was no like corporate like general manager, but basically I was second in command to my mom. So any of the days that my mom wasn't there, I was basically completely in charge. But one of the great things about your mom owning the restaurant is you can't get fired. So whenever there was attitude, I didn't have to be I wasn't rude. I just gave the energy back equally, right? Which I feel like you can't do that at like a normal serving job, but since I couldn't be fired, I wasn't rude. But if someone was rude to me, I would like twist it and kind of throw it back at them in a subtle way. Mm-hmm. But this one, so it started out pretty busy night, I'm pretty sure, maybe like a Saturday or Sunday night. And this guy comes in, I guess never been there before, and he was looking at our menu, asking some questions, and he didn't know what to get, so he suggested like basically our supreme pizza. It was a pizza place. And we were like, he goes, what comes on it? So I watched we had cashiers at this time. I watched the cashier list off the ingredients to him. And it's a typical supreme pizza, pepperoni, sausage, bacon, tomatoes, olives, onions, right? And we listed all that out. And he goes, yeah, that's great. So then they make the pizza, we give it to him, and then he just looks at it, and he goes, why is there tomatoes on it? And me and the cashier go, what? And then he's like, I didn't want tomatoes. And we were like, we read you the entire list of toppings, and it's on the menu, and we asked you, do all of those toppings sound great? We mentioned tomatoes. And this guy like immediately folds. He's like, all right, fine, just give me another pizza, right? So he buys another pizza, right? He didn't want to just pick him off. But the fact that he like folded, so most people at a restaurant, if they're going to speak up about something being wrong,
it takes me a second to build up the courage.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna say something, you're gonna defend it, right? Mm-hmm. Like if I go up to someone and be like, hey, this is not what I ordered, or whatever, I'm gonna defend it. I'm not just like, if they say, oh no, I'm not gonna be like, okay. Like, so this guy folded like that. So we're like, okay, maybe he just ended up later realizing that his family wouldn't want tomatoes or whatever. So he ordered another pizza, and I watched them make this pizza, okay? Watched them make it. No tomatoes. He gets it, he leaves. 30 minutes later, phone rings. I answer it. It's this woman talking about a pizza that had tomatoes on it. I'm like, oh, okay, the saga continues. And so she's like, there's tomatoes on here, blah, blah, blah. We asked for no tomatoes, and, whatever.
I mean, baby, there's tomato sauce.
Oh, that detail, we'll come back to that one.
Oh, God.
So then I'm like, she goes, well, I want a refund. I'm like, ma'am, I watched them make the pizza. No, I don't know what you want me to do over the phone. She goes, well, I'll bring it up there and you can make me another one. I was like, who, me? Me?
No.
So she and the guy come up there. It's his wife. And she brings me this pizza box and like kind of aggressively like, poof, puts it down. And I open it. Half the pizza's gone. Half of the pizza is gone. Now this is like a large pizza, a 16-inch pizza. Half of it's gone. So they show up. She kind of just puts it down and I open it. And half the pizza is gone. And this is a big pizza. It's a 16-inch pizza. So that's 8 slices were gone. I'm like, I don't see any tomatoes on here. Mm-hmm. And she goes, oh, well, there's on the other half.
So why'd you eat it?
I'm like, ma'am, hello. But the other half is not here. So how am I just supposed to take your word? She keeps going on about how there's still tomatoes on it. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, we've been going on for like 10 to 15 minutes now. And I go, and it's the end of the night. Like, I'm ready to go home. I'm like, okay, you know what? I literally take my hands, poof, rip the pizza apart. tear the cheese off, tear the toppings off. I'm like, funny, don't see a tomato. And there might have been, I think there was maybe like a little sliver of one. Like maybe when someone grabbed the olives next to the tomatoes, you know, one falls in, whatever. It was this big. Okay. A little bit. I'll give him that. But I'm like, man, and she was like, well, the other half had a bunch. I'm like, how funny. And then she goes, well, actually, my daughter's allergic to tomatoes and she ate one and had to spit it out. Why are you not at the hospital? Why are you here? 2, I said, ma'am, what do you think our homemade pizza sauce is made out of? Because everything's homemade, like sauce and everything. I'm like, what do you think our homemade sauce is made out of? And she was like, and then she just kind of like started shutting down and was like, you know what? Why don't you just make me a new one? I was like, no. And she goes, well, give me a refund then. And then we just kept like bickering a little bit. And then she was like, you know what? Give me your customer service number. I said, ma'am, we don't have one. She goes, yes, you do. Everybody has one. I said, ma'am, this is a mom and pop restaurant. We don't have a customer service number. And she goes, yes, you do. I'm like, well, I can give you the owner's number, but that's just my mama, so go right ahead. And she goes, your mama? And all by this point, the husband is dragging her away.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, you know what? I'm going to just call the number on the door. I said, okay, and I'll just answer it. And she goes, and then by that point, the husband dragged her out. But yeah, so that was...
It's always an old bitch, too.
And it went on for like 30, 45 minutes.
Until you closed, I'm sure.
Yeah. But then I'm like, there's no tomatoes. And she goes, well, there was on the other half. I'm like, so where is it?
Like, shut up.
So, I mean, I will say, for them to have been lying, they went through a lot of fucking effort. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, of...
Coming back.
Now, so, because this was our thought when the husband ordered the original pizza. He ordered the pizza thinking it was fine. Mm-hmm. And then... He
saw it and he was like, oh,
He realized maybe his wife or his kids didn't want tomatoes. They were not allergic, I don't think. Mm-hmm. I don't think.
You would have had a lawsuit coming to you. No, they're fucking stupid. Like,
yeah. Like, it's tomato sauce. Homemade tomato sauce with tomato puree and all that shit. But our thought was he ordered it and then didn't want the wife to know he bought 2 pizzas, maybe. So that's why he didn't really put up a fight. Yeah. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You know? Because, like I said, we listed all the toppings out to him and he wanted it. Yep. So there's also another time... the restaurant that my parents own used to have servers, but after COVID, we transitioned to like cashiers. But we still like brought stuff to the table sometimes and everything. There was this one guy after we had transitioned to cashiers at a table, and so the way it worked now is you paid up front, and it would print out one of those little receipts, and you would sign it, and you could tip if you wanted to, right? Nowhere said you had to. No one said you're going to be served on. Like, it was obvious that this was how it was working. We had told him, like you order here, you go sit down, and then you go get your food, kind of like a Panera. Like, when your buzzer goes off, you go get your food. Exactly like that. That's how it worked. And so it was nighttime, and I had taken him most of his food because we were pretty slow, so I still did it anyway. This was a very, like, needy table. They're like, oh, can you go get that? Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, it's not my job to, but sure, I will. Yeah. And then at the end, I'm over there. I'm sitting in, like, our booth, like, where all the workers would usually, like, congregate kind of thing. And I look across. Now, we're closed by this point. And I look over, and it's always the big, bald dads, yep. Right? And I look over, and he goes... I'm like, oh, bitch. Oh, bitch.
Did he know that y'all were closed?
I don't know. But then I'm like, oh, we're closed. Any like cheerful, happy, what can I get you is gone. Yeah. Right? I go over there. He goes, can I get my tip back since I had to do everything myself?
Was it in cash or was it in card?
In card.
How'd you say no?
So he goes, come here. It's like, come here. I'm like... So I have to brace myself because I know I will snap on this bitch. And so I go, yes. And he goes, can I get my tip back since I had to do everything myself? Sure. So I walk over there. I'm like, do you have your receipt? And I don't even know if he did. But I remember I had to like search for his ticket. And like I finally found it and I like canceled it out. And then he just stands there and goes, well, can I get it back? I'm like, you didn't tip in cash. It's going to go on your card. And he goes, oh. And then they probably just sat there for another 30 minutes after we closed.
It's always the old people.
And they're always bald.
Well, not the one that I'm about to say.
Yeah.
At my old job that I still work at, because I have a new job now, there was this older... So I opened, and it was in the morning. It was probably about 10 o'clock. And anyway, this old couple came in. Now, the man came in first. I don't know why the woman was, like, 2 minutes late after him. But he came up to the register, and I'm like, hi, what can I get for you? And he was like, can I get 2 lattes? I'm like, okay, do you want them hot or iced? And he said, and then the woman came up, so she distracted me. And they were just talking to each other for a second. And I was like, hello? Like, I think I zoned out. But she went, oh. I'm like, yes. Like, she was like, well, did you get that? I'm like, no, y'all were talking to each other.
I hate when they do that. The amount of times people have been very obviously talking to each other, mumbling to each other about what they want, and then they both in unison go,
like, I got that.
And then I'm just looking at them and like,
so what can I get for you?
They're like, did you hear? I'm like, no, y'all are conversing about what you want because you came into a place you've been 12 times and still don't know.
Exactly.
And you're like, they're like, should we get the soup today?
Are you talking about?
They're like, this is kind of, I've had this anywhere. No, people will be like, hey, do you want the soup today? What kind of soup do you want? Oh, yeah, you know.
What's the soup of the day? Bitch, we don't do that. We don't do that shit.
Like, what soups do you have today?
The
ones on our menus. No, the amount of people, they're like, what kind of food do you have? I'm like,
bitch, everything.
Hey,
we
see
got
those
up here.
big bold words up there?
Soup, salad, and sandwich. Like,
that food. The food there. Like, oh, one time at Brick Oven, I had someone come in and be like, can I get an iced caramel latte? I went,
maybe this is a...
They're like, this isn't Starbucks? I was like, no.
Walk in, smell pizza, like, that's a little weird scent for...
We carry a pizza by.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Anyway, like I was saying, but they were conversing with each other, and I could not hear them.
Yeah.
Because at my place of work, it's pretty fucking loud, and when you have someone in the back baking, and the beep, beep, beep is going off, you can't fucking hear anything.
No.
So, anyway, they were talking, and they're like, 2 lattes, hot or iced. They both said iced. I'm like, all right. He specifically said, I want a cafe latte. And then the woman said, I want an iced caramel latte. Okay. Is the whip okay on the iced caramel latte? She was like, yes. All right. So,
The whip.
So, after I rang them in, they were giving me attitude from the fucking beginning, and I was throwing that shit back because that was the day I was contemplating quitting. And anyway, like walking out, quitting on the spot. Anyway, so I was making their food with the fucking attitude, or making their drinks with the fucking attitude. So, he didn't, he specified that he wanted it hot at first. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. So I made a hot cafe latte with no whipped cream, because it don't come with whipped cream, and an iced caramel latte with whipped cream. I'm like, 2 lattes for here? She walks up and she's like, this isn't right. I'm like, what's not right? She said, well, we wanted them both iced. I'm like, okay. So I remake the hot cafe latte for an iced cafe latte. Again, the iced cafe latte don't have any whipped cream. I set it back on the table. I didn't want whipped cream in my iced caramel latte. I'm like, okay, ma'am. And I went, bam, in the sink. Like, I threw it in the fucking sink. And I went, 1, 2, 3 of the syrup. I was pissed off. I was like, how dare this bitch come in here and do this shit to me? And I had remade it.
She had a vendetta against you.
I guess.
She said, that one.
So when I remade it, I didn't even call it out, because she went to sit back down with her fucking husband's latte. So I didn't call it out. I just placed it on the table. I didn't do shit.
I would hate it when, like, you would call it out so many times. Now,
and I kept telling Jessica, I'm like, stop calling it out. Mm-hmm.
Also, for context, so we don't have the restaurant anymore, but we do, like, a food truck for, like, catering events and stuff, like specialty events. So, like, I'm in a similar situation with calling it out. Like, I will belt loudly names now. And, like, I'm, like, yelling these people's names, not coming, right? And then these bitches have the audacity to be like, I've been waiting for 20 minutes. I'm like, and I've been...
Or is this mine?
And I've been calling your name for 5. Like,
Yeah.
and I will say though, on the food truck, we get a lot less rude people than the restaurant. Restaurant was like 3 people a day. Food truck rarely happens. Don't know why. So then there's times where, like, okay, let's say this person, I'm in the food truck, okay? Yes, it is loud where we are. You know, you got a generator going, you got people all around. But I am calling these people's names, and I remember who they were because, like, I'm taking the orders and giving it out. So I will see them in the crowd. They're maybe 15, 20 feet away. I'm literally looking at them, calling their name, and they go, me? And
like,
I'm like,
bitch, yes, you.
Jeremy, your pizza. And he goes, oh, and comes to get it. He goes, for Jeremy?
But you have to like make eye contact because these stupid bitches don't
No,
understand.
and I'm literally like, I'm screaming your name. Like, and everyone on the truck's like, damn, you sound mad. I'm like, you have to be.
I'm
you
mad
have to
you
be.
won't get your fucking
also,
shit off
like,
my line.
and if anyone else is calling out these words, they go, Jessica.
And they come.
No, they don't. Like, I have to be like, you have to yell it. You have to be mad. Because, like, Jessica. Your pizza's ready, Jessica.
Like, order for Jessica.
But yeah, so I think that's where we're going to end it here today. Work is great, guys. Go to work and do your best.
He's lying.
Where can they find you, Sarah?
They can find me on Instagram at 11_IVY_11.
And you can find me on Instagram at LandonRF. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a great night.
Bye, guys. Per bitch.